Welcome to Hard Traveling Geeks, a Traveler 5 actual play podcast presented by Geek at Arms. This is Season 1, The Brothers of Farbauti. With a shiny new ship outfit and crew, you headed for Buffini, a high-tech world with lax laws and plenty of people. On the way, realizing that the Brothers of Farbauti might recognize their stolen vessel, you took steps to obfuscate it, changing the transponder to identify you as the Butterfly's Gambit, a military cruiser turned gambling liner. Upon arrival, you collected various annual income deposits, including some sizable sums you hadn't expected. You used this windfall to recruit a competent crew and refit the ship to serve as a well-armed luxury liner. While the remodel was happening, you put out the word that the Gambit was to host a combination high-stakes gambling tournament and tour of the Jewel subsector. There are 8 seats at the table. Dinah's taken one position, feigning that she's unacquainted with the rest of the crew. 3 other gamblers have also signed on, and 2 of them have brought along companions. And now you're on your way to Alel, where you will hopefully be able to recruit enough players to start the tourney. I am not providing a deck plan because any deck plan that I could design based on the design of the ship would be extremely cramped for this scenario, and I decided we'll do a theater of the mind so that there are places where people can gather, like in secret and that kind of thing, which having an actual floor plan would kind of preclude.
And besides, we're using a March deck.
So let's back up a bit and talk about our gamblers. The first to arrive on board is Moshe Srinivasan. He's known as Srini for short. He looks to be a bit past his prime, with a mane of shaggy white hair and a full beard. His business attire is a little unkempt, but he's not slovenly. He's energetic and has an air of immense confidence. He shakes Kazana's hand and smiles warmly. "Call me Srini," he says. He takes only the barest look at his suite, codes his thumbprint into the lock, and then asks where the gaming will be happening. So do you have any interactions you want with Srini, Kazana?
No, I'll point him to where he needs to go.
Right, so then no sooner has he ensconced himself in the gambling hall. Once he's in there, he settles into a chair and runs his hands lovingly across the speed cloth. The intercom chimes, and Grimu's voice shouts out, "Captain, please to come to the airlock."
Sounds like a me problem. Okay, I appear at the airlock in full regalia.
Okay. When you arrive, Grimu bows and steps aside, wordlessly presenting a pair of newcomers. The tall man in the power suit, literally a power suit, looks like it has several high-tech features integrated into it, has one arm wrapped possessively around a young woman's waist. He nods brusquely, disentangles himself from the woman, and takes a step forward. "About time. I am Ringil Ushurkan, CEO of Ling Standard Products. I expect far better treatment in the future than to be foisted off upon your peons. Now, Captain, I would appreciate a tour of the ship." The young woman purses her lips apologetically when you meet her eyes, but she jumps into emotion when Urshikan snaps his fingers at her. "Katerin, see to the luggage." And now that your attention has been drawn her way, you see that she incongruously wears an ornate dagger at her waist, although the rest of her attire is more or less typical business clothing. You immediately recognize it as a Heraclean blade, meaning that she is almost certainly from Aramis. And you spent some time among the Heracleans while you were writing your book. Her features and golden complexion are typical of the Heracleans, although on that extremely hot world, nobody wears their hair quite that long.
Oh.
So Ringil Ojikan is demanding a tour of the ship. How do you respond?
Oh, I said, why, certainly. Certainly, I'll take you and show you the site.
He harumphs at you, and just as you're starting to turn away, 2 more people arrive. A dapper-looking couple holding hands, their fingers intertwined. "Good evening. The gentleman at the end of the docking arm said that this is the Butterfly's Gambit. I trust we're not too late. My name is Chai-Jean Davis, and this is my wife." She looks at him, looks at you, and she says, "Chili," giving him a mock-annoyed look for not introducing her properly.
If she offers her hand, I kiss it in the, formal way.
All right.
With gallantry.
And she gives this little mock curtsy.
Right.
If you follow me,
Chai-Jean appears to be about... Say what?
I was just going to escort them to their quarters once they're
okay.
ready, but
Chai-Jin appears to be somewhere around 40 years old and sports a very respectable-looking businessman's haircut and a thin mustache. Chaley has a fiery red bob matching her lipstick and a rather sizable diamond ring. Chai-Jin claps you companionably on the shoulder and says, thank you very much. The Mrs. Bags are down at the foot of the gangplank, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll grab those first and then follow them or take them to the room with them. Do we have like a space bellhop cart?
I imagine you probably do.
Of
It's
course.
probably got some like anti-gravity.
Yes, hovers. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
All right, so where is Dinah at this point?
Dino actually was the first to arrive. She got here about an hour before the rest.
Okay.
And she is in her guest quarters and has unpacked. Not a whole lot to unpack, but she is on her laptop apparently doing a little bit of business.
Okay, so she is not in the public areas.
No, not just yet. She wanted to wait until everybody that we thought would be coming would be there.
As you take the passes through the gambling hall and you're showing him that area, Srini, of course, is there lounging at the table, getting familiar with the space. Immediately upon entering, these two men's eyes lock, and he says, "You, Captain, I demand this snake be thrown out the nearest airlock." Moshe responds, "Nice to see you too, Ringle. Hope all that cash ain't too heavy. I'll be happy to lighten your burden."
Perhaps that could be. You could introduce me to the versions of you that you know. I say more elegantly.
So Ringill's eyes, his eyebrows beetle, and he says, "He's a scoundrel and never mind," and he stomps away. And Moshe says, "Don't worry about him. We've had our going back and forth in the past. But his bite is definitely worse than his bark, though, so keep an eye on him."
Ah, gotcha. Well, a bit of drama in the competition's always appreciated.
And by the way, people of sufficient standing in society may have entries in the ship's library. Anytime you want to try and look a concept up, you may, and you might find information about them.
Okay.
All right, so
And
you
Dinah,
continue giving the tour.
Dinah is doing just that, listening to the names, matching the voices, doing voice prints to see if they're putting on an act, and seeing what you can uncover from them from the ship's records and libraries.
Okay. In that case, you don't turn up anything on anybody except for Osha Khan. So here is his library entry. And for the benefit of those listening at home, I will read it aloud. Ringil Osha Khan is a war hero, business magnate, and investor. He is the CEO of Ling Standard Products Alel Division and a director of Ling Standard Products Regina Subsector. Osha Khan also owns significant stakes in Morshan Technologies, Scofaris, and the Multidamic Field Corporation. He serves on the board of the Ephasian Society. Urkon's date and place of birth are unknown, but he is believed to be from Deneb or a neighboring system. He attended an Imperial Military Academy and received a commission in the army in 1066. He was a canny strategist and was given command of forces on Esalen during the Fourth Frontier War. That, by the way, was the most recent conflict with the Jodani consulate. When the Jodani attacked, a fifth column among the populace revealed itself, sabotaging several defensive installations. Colonel Osha Khan personally led a counterinsurgency strike that dispersed the rebels and preserved imperial power in the county of Jewel. In spite of this unquestioned victory, the Imperium conceded Esalen as a co-dominion with the Jodani consulate and the treaty that ended the conflict. Promoted in the aftermath of the war, General Osha Khan remained on Esalen until 1091, ensuring stability through demonstrations of imperial might. Upon retirement from military service, he accepted his late father's seat on the board of directors of Ling Standard Systems, Regina Subsector. In only a few short years, he proved that he was as adept in the boardroom as he was on the battlefield, and he was given full control of the Alel branch of the megacorporation. Mr. Osha Khan is married to Sharik Osha Khan, formerly a merchant officer for Six Star Services, a transport company frequently contracted by Ling Standard Systems. They have 2 children, names withheld for privacy. The family resides on Alel.
Right. How long ago would that have been? Would he have retired?
The current year is 1106, so it's been not quite 20 years. What's 1106 minus 1091? 15 years. So, former military officer who apparently wrote his own Wikipedia entry.
Probably with money you could do that. I'd hate to read mine.
All right, so he insists on not only a tour of the publicly accessible areas, but also the engineering and all of the behind the bulkhead stuff too. He wants to see that.
Right. I phoned down and had them hide all the drugs. Oh, wait, we didn't bring those.
No, those are still on your other ship. Yeah, actually, no, those are all on the Jordani consulate now. They took them from you.
Well, I'd hate to see. I wonder if they know what those are.
Yeah, now's the time we can use some invisible tripper friends hanging around.
You'll have to content yourself with nearly invisible surveillance devices.
Mm-hmm.
Although, ironically, the surveillance devices would be able to see the troopers. You enter Jump, and you've got a week of entertaining these fools before you arrive at LL. Things go fairly okay. Most of them keep to themselves. The Davises are social butterflies, though, and they flip back and forth from Ursha Khan's and Srini's cabins, and they visit Dinah. And they're big drinkers. You're obviously going to need to restock the booze even at LL to keep them happy.
This works good though, because it keeps them. If they're drinking, they're not poking around too much.
Right. At some point, Dinah and Ursha Khan come into contact.
Mm-hmm.
Who is present for that particular scene? Let's set this. Where does it happen, and who's there?
Probably be in the bar lounge area.
Okay. Is anybody else present?
If it's the bar, I'll be able to at least overhear it, unless we're just doing pure self-serve for that.
Oh, no. He would never, ever lower himself to serving himself.
Yep. Yeah. No,
now, he might have his associate, Cashin, do so, but the day he pours his own drink is the day the Imperium falls.
Yeah. So, yeah, in that case, I'm behind the bar.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm off somewhere else, but I have Kazanov can click a button and I'll be alerted that I need to get to wherever she is to deal with something.
When Ursha Khan enters, he orders his drink, and then he turns to the rest of the lounge and he sees Dinah there. And he unmistakably, to your eye, has a reaction to seeing her. It's subtle, and he's controlled enough that it's impossible to interpret what it is, but he definitely recognizes her.
Yeah, well, I was a lawyer on the planet of LL where he has his business.
Mm-hmm.
And framed for murder on the run.
And see, so what day of the jump does this happen on? Is this one through seven? Pick one.
The first day of the jump.
First day of jump. Okay. So not much else happens until day 4, when there's an event that you don't actually hear about until day 5. So Ursha Khan summons the captain. He's on the comm. Captain Dixon, I need to speak with you.
Okay, I go to him. All right, I go, where are you?
I'm in my quarters.
Okay, I'll be there momentarily.
So you go down there, and he answers the door, and he says, Captain, that lowlife Davis had the gall to threaten me. He should be kept under guard. I refuse to be alone with him. I really think he means me harm.
Oh, explain. Could you give me some more context?
Well, I had a perfectly innocent conversation with his wife, and he seems to have taken it as something else entirely, and he came to me and said that if I came near her again, that he would shove me out an airlock.
Okay. No, out of character. Which guys, is this the dapper couple that he's talking about? Okay. Perhaps I could have a member of the crew subtly be around watching just to make sure, but I think we'll keep an eye on him for you.
Very well then. Very good. All right. So then the Gambit arrives in the LL system, and transit to the planet takes about 15 hours. And as soon as you dock, Ursha Khan and his companion, Juan, leave the Gambit to deal with some business matters on LL. And while they're away, you do your advertising or whatever, and the next of your gamblers arrives. Cashin Thon. She is a middle-aged woman, quite regal looking, and she boards, and she's not very talkative. She allows Kazina to show her to her quarters. She takes a trip into the lounge and converses briefly with Srini, but then returns to her room. At this point, where are Dinah and Kevin?
At this point, Dinah is probably in her cabin since we are orbiting Alel. She's going to try to reach out to some of her friends on planet and see what news is, because she hasn't been here in she disappeared for 6 years in cryo sleep,
and then
it's been another 6 months or something since then.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So catch up what's happening and check out the news headlines for anything regarding herself as well.
All right, so I presume that you want to do this secretly. Oh, by the way, we never did establish what your nom de guerre is.
No cover identity. She is going as Dinah Rance.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
A gambler on the run.
All right. So then shall I presume that your communications with your associates are encrypted?
Yes, of course.
All right. So give me do you have computers or something of the sort?
My laptop has communications equipment on it. And
right.
Some decent encryption.
And I will let you roll against its. I'll just have you roll against its tech level. So give me a 3D roll against tech level. What did we say? 14.
Tech level is 13, but it has the computer skill of 2 on top of that built in, and security of 2 for encryption.
All right. I'll let you then add that security of 2 to its tech level. So roll 3d6 versus 15.
All right. Succeeded by 5.
Easy success. Okay. So you get in contact with a former associate, and do you have a particular topic of conversation?
Well, I'm reaching out to my actual allies that took place during my life path. One is a magistrate judge. That's Betz Fong. Want to find out from Betz what is up with my status, my file, any charges, all of that kind of deal, and what law enforcement is doing about it. Am I considered missing in action because it's been close to 7 years since anything has popped up on me? All that kind of deal.
Okay. Betz replies, well, the warrants are still active on you. I would imagine that if you are found and arrested, that the trial would happen almost immediately. And based on the evidence that they have currently accrued, of course, you know what the legal system is like here.
Mm-hmm.
Your conviction would likely be very fast and very permanent, if you take my meaning.
Understood.
I'm glad that you're calling on an encrypted channel. If anybody else in the government gets word of this conversation, I'll be right in the hot water right next to you.
Well, it's a good thing this conversation never happened then.
Indeed.
Do you have any recommendations?
Stay off the radar. Don't come down to the surface. And if anybody from system government asks to board your ship, politely decline.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. Thank you. That's always good chatting with you. Sorry I've been gone so long, but I was kidnapped and kept in cryosleep for many years.
Oh my, that's quite a thing. Kidnapped from where, might I ask?
I don't remember what we decided.
I don't think you knew.
Okay.
You were surprised to wake up from the cryosleep.
But I can't remember where I was the last thing I remember before that. I was
the
on
last
Alel,
thing that you remember before that, it was you were on Alel, yes.
Okay. As far as I know, I was at home. I think I was asleep. And then I woke up 6 years later when somebody got me out of a cryotube.
And you didn't learn about the charges against you until you'd woken up. Obviously. Contact.
Yeah. So whoever kidnapped me is quite likely the one who filed the charges against me and is setting me up, getting me out of the way, selling me to some interstellar slavers, and making sure I never come back. Don't know why. Might never find out.
Well, if you happen across any further information about that, please do let me know. Perhaps if we can determine how you left Alel, who smuggled you off-world, we might shed some light on this entire situation.
What did we get the name of that race? The short people that had me in the tubes?
Yes. Give me a few moments to look it up because it was complicated.
That's fine. I'll just tell her what the race was. We don't need to figure out the actual word right now.
All right.
It's like red space hobbits is kind of what I remembered.
Yeah. And based on the information that you had about them, they didn't seem like the human trafficking type. And your loss of memory, Kevin had concluded that it was due to the extra long cryo sleep.
Yeah, so my memory probably wasn't wiped and then I was put in.
Right.
Most likely just a side effect of being in cryo for most of a decade.
Freezer burn.
Yeah.
Right.
Serious brain freeze.
So anyway, based on public information, it's very unlikely that the space hobbits were slavers.
Okay, but they were apparently paid to keep me in their hold for whatever reason.
Right. But they might have been paid by you. You don't know.
That could be. Maybe I framed myself. That sounds like a problem for future me. Oh, I am future me now, rats.
Drat. Curse you past me.
All right, well, thank you, Bets. If you find anything out and need to reach me, and I'll send her the equivalent of a space burner phone, a way to contact me that is untraceable.
All right. And just for everybody's enlightenment, there's a major city on Alel and its library entry. And for the benefit of those at home, it is a very much solar punky looking place with soaring domes and tall spires and plant life growing right up through the city.
You're making me
it's not a very it's not a very pleasant place to live due to the draconian legal system, but it sure is pretty.
Well, it is a nice
mostly because
nice place to live if you're a lawyer with the draconian system. That's why we make our money.
So I'm looking at the legal thing that most minor infractions are punished by re-education and most prison things are punished by capital crimes. Is this not listed as like at least a yellow world in our library?
It is. No, it's not.
Guys, I think we need to make our own. I don't know, maybe not. What would you call someone who's maybe like a hitchhiker's guide to this galaxy?
The totally unauthorized Traveler's Aid Society guide.
Yeah, so instead of mostly harmless, we'll call this mostly harmful.
Okay. I do also check if I have any messages from my wife about how the children are growing.
Well, it's only been a few weeks since the last one, so no, she hasn't updated you again.
Got you. Okay. No news is good news.
Do you want to send a message to her?
Yeah, I'll just kind of ask about the children, how they're growing.
Okay. So that may eventually catch up to you. Kazana, do you have any business?
Don't think so.
All right.
There's somebody else I do want to contact, a doctor friend of mine, Dr. Esther Wilreed. She's retired now, but 7 years ago, if I wanted to put myself in cryo sleep, I would have consulted with her. So, again, on a encrypted line, I'm going to try to reach out to her to see if I had worked with her previously on something like this.
All right. That's a good line of investigation. So she answers. Her eyes widen when she sees you, and she says, Miss Rance? Is that really you?
Blast from the past, I know.
I didn't expect to see you on the lull again after we got you out. Are you okay?
I am, and thank you for all your help.
Oh, well, considering the state things were in when you left, I'm surprised to see you return. Have you managed to sort it out?
No, I'm just passing through, only here on a very short stopover. I'm not even leaving the ship.
Oh, good. After all the trouble we had getting you off world. I would hate to think that all of that time and money had been wasted getting you caught again.
Well,
I haven't.
it
Honestly, I
hadn't
haven't
been
been
wasted.
keeping up with the news.
I haven't been keeping up with much of any news since I'm only now reaching the system.
Right. Well, I haven't been in contact with any of your people, so I don't know if any progress has been made on finding out who framed you. I'm sorry, I don't have any news there.
That is fine. I'm just glad that you're okay, and I'm happy for all that you've done for me.
Yes,
Here's a problem, though. I was in cryofreeze for 6 years, and some of my memories are missing, including all of this about working with you and escaping the planet.
Oh my, 6 years. You weren't supposed to be under for more than a few weeks. I wonder what happened. That can be a symptom, a result of extended low passage. All kinds of complications kind of arise. Are you in otherwise good health? No heart problems?
As far as I can tell, everything is fine.
Oh, that's small mercies, I suppose. And you seem cogent. I suppose there was no particular brain damage, just memory loss, huh?
As near as I can tell, yes. But then again, with memory loss, I don't really know how smart I was before this.
Well, you were quite the sharp one, as from what I recall.
I hope that I still am. At least I still got my looks.
You do indeed.
You look happy. I'm glad things are working out for you.
Yes, well, a doctor's retirement is made for quite a comfortable senescence.
And marrying into money certainly doesn't hurt, does it?
Oh, no, certainly not. And of course, it's very easy to get along here as long as you aren't getting involved with the wrong sorts of people. And of course, by the wrong sorts of people, I mean
Me.
well, not quite what I meant, but on most worlds, that would be the drug dealers and pimps. Around here, it's more like the CEOs and nobility are the wrong sorts of people around here.
Yeah. Speaking of which, CEOs on the wrong side, I don't suppose Ling's standard products had anything to do with my situation that you know of?
Well, I don't know if they had anything to do with what drove you off world, but they were the people that you were investigating your last case. I seem to recall that you were concerned that there might be a connection.
Okay. Well, thank you. That helps a lot. I am on a ship with one Mr. Ringel Urkashan.
You see her turn and type. She says, "Oh my, that's quite the coincidence."
Yeah, well, I guess luck is on my side, isn't it? Or something like that.
I suppose if you want to call that luck, do be careful, my dear.
I will do my best. Thanks a lot. Here's a way that you can contact me if you need to.
So then the next pair to arrive are also somebody that some of you are acquainted with. Bazen Durana and Troitska embark on the second day after your arrival, and I presume are warmly greeted by at least Kazana.
Hey, sorry, I chose a bad moment to run and just came back. I heard the end of my name. What was the sentence?
Bazen Durana and Troitska have embarked and are Bazen is going to join the tournament.
Oh, okay. Man, I'm forgetting pronouns now and people. But Bazen, they're both girls, right?
Yes.
And I assume that Bazen is the moneyed one.
Yep.
And Troitska's.
You see the
company
portraits I threw up?
Yes. Oh, nice. We get nice AI generated portraits now.
Yeah, I had a heck of a time trying to get Midjourney to give me a Varger.
Nice.
I couldn't get it to show me one that looked nervous or worried. So I went with happy. Everything else looked very vicious.
Oh, the big teeth you had.
Yes. And since we are an audio medium and it's been a while, Bazen Durana has a dark golden complexion and intricate white braids in her hair. She's dressed in very avant-garde finery, and she is a pop singer from Regina, and she's fairly well known throughout the Spinward Marchers sector for a fusion of cultural styles, and she has partnered with Troitska, a Vargar, and the Vargar are descended from Earth wolves, an intelligent race, and Troitska is from Kazana's homeworld. So they board, and Bazen says, "Oh, Kazana, dear, it's been such a long time. It is good to see you again."
It has been a long time. It's great to see you again. Now, I'm afraid I will be rather busy with the tournament, but can I ask what brings you here, and then what brings you onto our ship?
Oh, well, we are on a tour of the Jewel subsector, and we had a passenger liner arranged to take us on to Jewel, but then we saw that there was this gambling tournament, and it sounded like some of the high society people were going to be involved with it, and I thought, well, we change our plans and perhaps lose some money on the gambling tour. I had no idea that you would be here. Is perhaps Roxor still with you?
Unfortunately, not.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I was so hoping to see him again when I saw you.
Yeah, our fortunes have changed somewhat. It's a rather different crew. It'd be nice to find Roxor once again. Yeah, lost our way together.
Perhaps you. It is evidently a small universe if we run into each other again.
Yeah, that is very true. Well, I certainly won't interfere with your plans of losing money. It suits us just fine.
Well, and since we are on a musical tour, perhaps we trade passage, the passage fee for entertaining of the guests, yes?
That would be up to the captain, who you also know.
Oh, well, let us speak to Captain then.
Yeah.
So I
Bring
presume that...
I'll ring my panic button.
I promptly appear, but right before I come into the room, I get casualify myself and then walk in.
Unbutton that top collar button.
Yes.
Oh, Sir Kevin, you are the captain. It's so good to see you again too.
It's good to see you.
And of course, both of you remember Troitska. And Troitska nods her head, but she doesn't say much. We were wondering if we arrange some musical diversion for the passengers. Perhaps you would see fit to waive our passage fee. Of course, we still pay into the pot for the gambling.
Oh, that sounds good.
Wonderful, wonderful. So she arranges for Kazana and her assistant steward, Grimu, to load in the musical instruments and other gear. Let's see. Day 3, Urshikan and Juan return. And a few hours after that, your next gambler boards, Baronet Rosa Demetriou. She is young-looking, but holds herself with a regalness that gives you to think that she is older than she appears. Perhaps she uses anti-aging drugs. And she is accompanied by her friend Blue, who is a hiver. The hivers are a bizarre alien species. Their bodies are mostly tentacle, including their head, which is a tentacle with eye stalks on it. And they are entirely mute. They do hear, but they can't speak. They communicate with this kind of Esperanto of sign language, a sign language that they developed in order to be able to communicate with other species. Rosa comes onto the ship and requests politely to meet the captain. And I presume that if Kevin responded to a rude summons, he will also respond to a polite request.
Okay, yes, I will do that.
Hello, Captain. My name is Baronet Rosa Demetriou, and this is Blue. Blue kind of waddles up and starts just touching you, both with its one of its four limbs and also with its face. It's very intrusive. She says, "Don't mind the hiver. He is, it is, she. They don't have genders. This is how they experience the world. They like to touch things.
Okay. Okay, well, as long as you can just give a disclaimer before she meets any new guest for the first time.
Is anybody currently in the gambling hall?
Donna will be.
Okay. When Kevin was summoned, and the summons included Dimitri's name, Urshikan's eyebrows rise, and he immediately leaves to return to his suite.
He makes friends everywhere.
Oh, yes. So Rosa is very polite and very genteel, and you show her to her quarters, and she encodes her thumbprint in the lock, as everybody else has done, and then looks at the hiver and back at the thumbprint lock, and she says, "I suppose you will have to wait for me to let you in and out. I don't know that this was going to recognize you." The hiver kind of makes some gestures, and she says, "Yes, well, this is the problem with roaming the galaxy among the humans." All right. And in the last hour of the last to arrive, just hours before your scheduled departure, are Terrant Mbanke and Bortai Narayanam. And he is a kind of intense-looking guy. He's wearing these fancy clothes. He's got his slicked back, kind of pompadourish hair, intense expression on his face. He says, "Hey there, how you doing? I'm Bortai." Who's greeting him at the airlock?
No, I'll greet him.
Right.
I go and say, well, Bertai, I am Sir Captain Kevin Dixon.
Sir Captain Dixon. Pleased to make your acquaintance. And he sticks out his hand.
I shake it in a very welcoming manner.
Stepping up behind him is this guy, shaved sides of his head, mohawk. He's got a large, intimidating-looking tattoo on the side of his head. He wears his facial hair in a goatee, and he's got this forbidding expression on his face. But he's dressed really nice, very nice business attire. And he says, "I'm Mbanke. Pleased to make your acquaintance."
I shake his hand and say, "Pleasure to meet you."
Well, Bortai, you go ahead and get yourself situated in the gambling hall. You said you're Sir Captain Kevin. You can show me to the room. I'll show Bortai later.
Certainly, right this way.
And with that, the Gambit leaves Alel en route to Lysen. Transit to the jump point will take about 14 and a half hours. With the entire roster of gamblers filled, the event opens with a reception. Oh, one person I forgot to mention that you picked up on Alel. Apparently, former dock inspector Darcy was looking for a new job. And so he has been hired as your pit boss. And he's been arranging some of the social stuff that's been going to happen, because I just couldn't wait to torture myself more trying to do his accent.
Yeah.
So the reception starts about 6 hours after liftoff, giving Bazen and Troitska enough time to set up, and officially lasts for 2 hours. I presume Kazan is going to be there supervising the table service and so forth?
Yes. Yep. I imagine I can be working bar, and we have some kind of hovering plates of goodies that'll kind of arc out in ellipses and orbit through the crowd.
Oh, nice. They've got gesture recognition, so somebody just has to raise a hand and a plate flies to them.
Yeah.
I love it. Is anybody going to absent themselves from this event?
Actually, before the event, when we are still taking off and close enough to LL to get the radio and internet type signals, Dinah is going to investigate our new folks a little bit, find out if she can find something out about them. And she's not really familiar with the hybers. Make sure they don't have any unexpected senses, X-ray vision, mind reading, anything that could throw the event.
That's a good question. Senses of the hivers. They do have a very acute sense of smell. And of course, they're very, very sensitive to touch. But it doesn't look like they have any specific extra senses, like they're not psychic, or at least nobody is aware of them being psychic.
Mhm.
They are extremely hyper tolerant of other societies. They have almost no social taboos or prohibitions, and are extremely curious and open to new ideas.
How big is he? Horse, dog, cat?
Large dog.
Okay.
He comes up to about your waist, his central trunk
Okay.
area. And then the head stock, when he's got it fully erect, but all four other arms still in the ground, comes up to about your shoulder.
All right, so Scooby-Doo size.
Yeah, pretty much. So then, while Kevin's AFK, we should also discuss, because we didn't say so on the mics, your surveillance arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hop over to Discord where we had made that conversation.
Yeah, Dinah has many bugs with her, kind of a habit from her lawyer days, and also some bug sweeping equipment and bug jammers for when she needs them to ensure privacy. But she has 15, I think it was, audio bugs. Has one in each of the guest staterooms, 2 in some hallways, the main drag kind of hallways. She won't pick up things at either far end, but a decent chance of the rest. 2 in the gambling area and 2 in the lounge at different points. And I think I said she also one in the parts of the ship where people should not go, maybe like in the engine room. Or she had that's worth one of the video bugs. I think she has 3 audio videos.
Right, two that are audio video only or data, and 1 that can do audio, video, and data simultaneously.
Yeah.
And you said you wanted that one in your. You said you wanted that one in your room, but I don't remember if it was in your real room or your gambler's room.
That was a good question. We'll put that in my my real room. Don't want anybody going in there.
Okay. And the ones that you put in the other passenger staterooms, there are 2 bedrooms and then a fresher and kind of a sitting room central to it. Where exactly are the bugs positioned amongst those 4 areas?
We'll have them in the sitting rooms.
Okay.
And she also has an audio bug in her pocket. So she'll have recordings of any conversations that she has or conversations made near to her that she wasn't necessarily invited to.
So near the beginning of the reception, Ursha Khan approaches Baronet Dimitriou. He murmurs something to her that nobody quite understands, but her response is very loud. Of all the dirty stink scrabblers I might have met, of course it had to be you. Why don't you crawl in some hole before one of your victims has enough sense to pay you back, in full? She storms off in a huff and strikes up a conversation with Dinah. Anybody who's still observing Ursha Khan notices a self-satisfied smirk. And Srini tips a glass to him, which changes his expression to anger, and he stomps off in the other direction to flirt with Bazen. Rosa comes up to Dinah, and she is just, that man. I cannot believe that I have to put up with him here. I had no idea.
Well, we take all kinds.
Well, I suppose it'll be some comfort to take his money, assuming that I can.
Yeah, that is the luck of the draw. We never know who our partners are going to be and what the hand is will be dealt. But it's a pleasure to meet you, Rosa.
And a pleasure to meet you. You was Miss Rance, is that correct?
Dinah, please.
Dinah, very well. I am Baronet Dimitriou, but in the interest of being friendly, you may call me Rosa.
Thank you. Where's your baronet?
That's a good question. I've forgotten.
She has so many baronets, can't keep up with all of them. The baronet she has, she won in a card game.
Dimitriou. She is from Extolay, which who knows where Extolay is? I think it's down here near Regina.
Okay.
She says, well, I'm from Extolay, and that is where my lands are, but I'm afraid that I have not been in government service for quite some time, so I'm kind of at loose ends these days.
So how did you meet your friend Blue?
Oh, Blue? Well, that's kind of an interesting story. I was between jobs, I suppose you could say. I needed a way to get from one place to another and didn't have the means. And Blue, being what he is, what it is, wanted to know a little bit more about the aristocracy, and so agreed to trade passage with me for some stories. So we made our way from Esalen to Jewel and then to Alel, and now I suppose we're back on our way to Jewel again.
So you think he's a Hyber, I think I heard you say? I don't know much about them.
Yes.
Where do they come from?
Far, far trailing of the Imperium. They've got a large territory out there.
What's he doing so far from home?
Well, the Hivers are extremely curious species. Rumor has it that they take great delight in manipulating other societies into being exactly what they want them to be. I don't know how true that is. It's a little difficult to read a creature that doesn't have a face. Yes, it's unusual to see them this far out, but they do get around. I think this one was interested in the Jodani for some reason, and it was spending quite a bit of time in Isalan in the demilitarized zone.
How long do they live? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you know how long Blue has been around?
Well, my impression is that
travel.
He's been... Yes, indeed. My impression is that he's been in the vicinity for 10 years or so. He wasn't around during the war, but appears to have been very interested in the aftermath. In any case, his actual name is he's taken on the. I had some notes about their culture. I don't remember the name I wanted him to have, but they take names from whatever culture they happen to be traveling within, and so he's got a name that matches some Volani explorer. And she says, but I just call him Blue because I think it's funny, and it doesn't seem to mind.
So what does he eat, and how often? And how
mostly
much,
fungus.
Oh.
Well, it eats roughly the same cadence that I do. We share meals occasionally. It likes mushrooms, funguses of all kinds, but it'll eat almost anything. It's omnivorous.
Well, I must say that manipulating civilization is a rare hobby.
Yes, well, as I say, that is rumor. I don't know how much credence to give it. I mean,
yes. In a way, I suppose that's what politics is, right?
Yes, I suppose so. About this time, Blue wanders over and touches you inappropriately.
Not there. Over here is good, Blue. Thank you.
Of course, it can't hear you, so.
Well, you said it can.
Oh, it can hear. It just can't speak.
Yes. Right.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you can communicate that way. I've forgotten that. Aliens are so alien; they're hard to keep track of.
Yeah. Not to sound crass, but he's not, implanting anything or whatever, right? What he rubs against me with tentacles.
Not to my knowledge, but I have heard that that's how they reproduce, shaking hands. But I would presume that they have to do that within their own species, not with others.
Well, that's almost reassuring. Thank you.
Kevin has noticed that, what's her name? Katerin Juan, Urchukan's associate, has left the gambling hall. She seems to be upset about something. Urshakan is still chatting up Bazen, who is looking amused and keeps sidestepping to get just a little bit more personal space from him.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get murdered either, so I can't check him. But I would motion to Kazanov to just kind of check it out if she gets a chance.
Okay, so Kazanov, what do you do?
I'm happy to do that.
All right, so you wander over there, and Bazen sees you and smiles. She says, "Oh, Kazan, it is lovely to see you. You have met Ringil Urshakan. He is, I understand, quite the business magnate."
Yes,
and Urshakan looks at you, frowns, and then pointedly ignores you.
Yeah, an honored one of our many honored guests.
Yes, honored guests. My dear Basil, would you mind stepping over here with me? Just, and she says, "Oh no, please! I would like to talk to Kazan, my friend. You feel free to enjoy the rest of the party." And he takes this as the dismissal that it is and wanders off to talk to somebody else. She says, "Oh, thank you, cousin. That man was quite the bore."
Well, as I intimated, we do have to treat all our guests very well, even if maybe they are not all equals in the same way.
Yes. It is true. Some people are more equal than others, yes?
Yes.
But your hospitality is quite satisfactory to me, at least. I think that Mr. Urshakan is accustomed to always getting his own way, and he is not finding it pleasant to be told no, yes?
I mean, don't sign up for a tournament if you can't take the heat of competition.
Indeed, indeed. And the Davises are charming everybody in the room, talking to all comers. They don't care about station. They don't care about who's working or not. The drinks are flowing freely with them. Bortai is completely oblivious to all the political maneuvering going on. He'll talk confidently to anyone and everyone, but he typically turns the conversation over to the upcoming games, as that's the only thing that's really important to him. And through conversations with him, all three of you eventually managed to put together that this guy that came with him in Manke is a union leader of some kind and is sponsoring him in the tournament. As he didn't have the money to enter himself, but as a pro, Mbanke is going to get a cut of whatever he earns. It's getting late in the party, and Kevin receives an intercom direct to his comm in his ear, and one of the crew members says, there's someone needing some medical attention. This Katerin, she's in the conference room."
Okay, go. Can you send her to the medical room? What do you call it?
The med bay?
Yes.
Certainly.
Okay.
I'll give her directions.
Right. Then I meet her at the med bay.
Okay, do you go straight there, or do you want to finish whatever conversations you're having?
I want to slip away and say, the pressures of Captain. I have a brief task to attend to.
Okay. So you get there about the same time that she does. Open the door for her, and she'll say, I'm sorry. I'm just having some. Sorry, this is a real cough for Brian, not her cough.
True devotion to the art.
Method.
Yes. We'll not get into what I'm willing to do for an event later in the scenario.
Yeah, she has to go to the infirmary, so he infected himself with a disease.
She says, I'm terribly sorry to pull you away from the party. I had no idea that the captain was also the medic on the ship. I apologize. Are you Kevin Dixon?
Oh, yes.
The author of My Life on Fire?
Oh, you've heard of it?
Heard of it? I've read it 4 times. It's wonderful. There's so many people on Aramis that just don't understand my people. But you came and you lived with us and you got to know us, and it was just so wonderful to read a balanced account. You're famous.
Oh, I'm pleased to hear it. That was why I wrote it.
I wonder have you written anything else that I could read?
Yes. I've been working on a sequel of sorts, and I've done a work of translating some alien novels with my own flair, of course.
Is there anything that you'd be willing to let me read? I'd love to.
Oh, certainly. I'll let you have I could let you read a bit of the early draft of my sequel.
Oh, could you go get it right now? I'd love to start on it tonight. I mean, the party wasn't really my thing.
Yes, but first, I heard there's a medical problem.
Oh yeah, I have had some digestive issues. I don't know if it was something at the party, or if it's just traveling sickness of some kind. You have anything for an unsettled stomach?
Yes, but let me just do a quick scan.
You do your scan, and there doesn't appear to be anything in particular wrong with her. Maybe her acid levels are a little high.
What type of acid? Like the kind you smoke?
Stomach acid, as if she's got maybe the beginnings of a problem with an ulcer.
Okay. Gotcha. So, but nothing else. Okay. Then I say, oh, so you're looking fairly good. I'll give you FaceTimes. And you'll need to let me know if you have any change, but I will get you a copy of my book. Actually, I'll send it over to your room computer and you can get it from there.
Send it over the computer. That's fine. Okay, so then she says, thank you very much for your help, Captain Doctor Mr. Dixon. It's really is a delight and honor to meet you.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to meet someone of culture who's read my book.
And she takes the dagger out of the sheath and kind of holds it up in this weird salute that you recognize as a gesture of respect.
Oh, I return it. Well, I don't have a dagger, but
Right.
So you pull a skeleton
Well,
out of the drawer.
you know the proper. Your participant observation lets you know what the proper response to it is. So.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So then, the party winds down. The Davises hang on as long as they possibly can. They have a good time talking with Bazen and Troitska, and Srini lasts not quite as long as they do, but eventually everything closes down. Kazuna is exhausted by the end of it because the Davises really, really keep the alcohol flowing. The next day, the tourney begins. About 2 hours after the jump, former Inspector Darcy turns out to have been hired as the pit boss, as I said before. All of you are gathered around the table. All the gamblers, rather, are gathered around the table. He says, our first game is rolling nines. I trust you all know the rules. Buy-in is 500 credits. If you are busted, you may re-enter with a 500 credit buy-in, but you may only use 3 re-entries during the entire tourney, so be judicious. His black cybernetic lenses swivel this way and that, studying each of the gamblers. I should remind you that I have certain enhanced senses, so no funny business. Dinah is seated immediately to Darcy's left, and going clockwise around the table are Srini, Interstellar Man of Mystery, Bazen Durana, the pop star, Ringul Urshikan, CEO of Ling Standard Systems, LL branch, Sheely Davis, High Society dilettante, Bortai Narayanam, a professional gambler, Kashin Than, even more cloaked in secrets than Srini, and Baronet Rosa Dimitriou. I need to make gambling checks for each of these people. And I also need one from Dinah. It'll be an average 2d6 gambling. Oh, and by the way, you dropped off Gorz Andralin, that irascible researcher, when you were at LL.
Okay. I'm just relieved that Blue is not one of the gamblers. Hard to pick up a tell on a Hyven.
Yes. Okay, so looks like Rosa doesn't have a gambling skill, so she just gets 2d6 versus her Soch, which I also didn't roll, so that is going to have to be a pretty high one, though she's a baronet, so 8. So she ties with Dinah. We'll say the same thing for him. So he got a 2. He's currently the low man on the totem pole. Moshi I filled out, at least. 8.
Wow, 3-way tie.
Cashin, I also did not fill out. So that's a 4. Bortai, I really should have filled out, but I'm going to definitely give him, he'll be rolling versus intelligence. We'll give him a skill of 5 because this is his main thing.
Is intelligence really the skill for spacecrafts?
Well, I haven't really given you any idea what the rules of rolling nines are.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they are. So see, he's got an intelligence of 6 apparently. So he rolls a 6. So who did I say was low on the Moshi? No.
It's a Ringel, I think.
Ringel is at the bottom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's inconvenient for me. Chaley. Good grief. I really did not do my job. Let's see. Let's give her an intelligence of 7. And I think that she probably is a little bit of a skilled gambler. So we'll give her level 2. 0. Okay, so she'll be first eliminated probably, unless Bazen just flubs it. Bazen did not flub it. Right, so Chile is the first to be eliminated. And when Darcy busts her, she says, "Oh, well, of all the rotten luck, And she gets up and she immediately moves to the bar and says, "1 martini, please."
Any airlock with you. That's the rules.
And so then let's get a scene from each of the players who is not at the table. So what's Sir Kevin doing during the gambling?
I am just kind of commiserating with the people near the table. I'm near the table, but trying to stay, pointedly uninvolved, because it wouldn't be good for me to show too much interest in a particular person.
Okay. And what about Kazuna? Is Jacob with us?
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. I was saying who got eliminated?
Chili Davis did.
Oh, Chaley. Okay. I want to, when she orders the martini, pour a drink, keep pouring a little extra, and I don't know. I want to do it flashily. I was going to say I wanted to trick the shot governor using my dexterity, but then I was like, aboard a luxury cruise, there's not going to be a shot governor. Anyways, I'm happy to give her a little extra once she's out of the game.
All right. And her husband, Chai Jin, is there already at the table, and he's been watching. And she says, and I'm going to borrow, have any of you seen The Thin Man?
Oh, no. Gosh, forever ago.
No.
I'm going to borrow a line. She says, "Darling, how many have you had?" He says, 5. And then she looks at Kaz and says, 4 more right here, all in a row.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so next round. Go ahead and give me that gambling roll again, Dinah. Ooh, bad news for Rosa.
Is it still a 2, or does it get more difficult as we go?
Still 2.
Okay.
These are contested rolls. I'm going to actually fill out some stats here. Oh, he is not as smart as I thought he was. That's okay. 0. So he's not doing great, but he's not doing badly enough to get eliminated. Ooh. Bortai's mind is not on the game. Katerin, that's the wrong character. That's supposed to be Kashin. And then Moshe. All right, so Moshe is definitely taking this round, but Rosa's been eliminated. All right, so at this point, the game's been going on for a while. People are getting eliminated one after another. Rosa, in disgust, she throws down her gambling implements, whatever they are, in rolling 9s, and stomps out of the room. The Davises are still enjoying their time, but they seem to be wanting to enjoy each other a little bit more, and so they have excused themselves to go to their room. I'd say we'll just go ahead and use these gambling rolls to guide me. So the next 3 out would have been Bortai is very upset with himself over losing, and he goes and leaves the place looking like he's looking for someplace to pout. Kashin also is eliminated and leaves. She doesn't really give very much away, but she goes off and probably returns to her room. Followed by Ringil, who is finally eliminated, and ultimately it comes down to Bazen, I think, next out. And it comes down to a tight race between Moshe and Dinah, but Moshe eventually comes out on top. And that is the end of day 1 of the tournament.
Well, good game, Srini. Well played.
You really gave me a run for it. You're a good player. I'll have to keep my eye on you.
I think it's the implements, not the player.
Well.
Or perhaps it's the company.
And mighty gracious also. Couldn't have been too much of the company, because Ringil was here for quite a bit longer than I wanted him to be, but I'm glad to put a little bit more of his cash in my pocket.
So what's the beef with the 2 of you, if you don't mind? It seems like it's been going on for a while.
Oh, quite a while. We go way, way back, he and I. I won't get too much into the sordid details, but yeah, we've been associates for quite some time. Now, rivals of sorts. Of course, we don't exactly walk quite in the same strata these days, but I like to tweak his nose whenever I get the chance.
Well, you seem to have a knack for it.
Well, it's a skill that I've honed over many, many years.
Well, I wish you much more success with it, and with all your endeavors.
Many thanks, ma'am. We'll see you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
So with the game complete, the guests mostly return to their suites until dinner time. takes about 2 hours for the gambling hall to be converted into a sci-fi teppanyaki restaurant, and for Bazen and Troitska to do their sound check. During this time, the Davises give Kazana maybe a 1 hour break before they order champagne to their room. Do you go yourself or do you send someone?
I'll go myself.
Okay.
Prepare the ice bucket and towel and all that jazz.
Chayli answers. She is disheveled and apparently undressed, revealing only her head and one hand. You don't see any signs of Chai-Jin through the crack in the door.
All right. Yeah, I'll hand over the champagne and discreetly leave.
All right. Dinah, you've gone back to your room to check on your recordings and so forth. And one of the bugs has sent a garbled transmission. It sounds like there is some kind of interference or something like that.
All right. Then which one is that?
It is the one in Urshikan's room.
Doesn't surprise me.
The musicians have taken their meal early so that they can provide live dinner music. Did you have something else to
Can I
say?
Make anything of Urshikan's transmission? Run it through some filters, decrypting, whatever kind of stuff, or it was just scrambled and static from his end?
No, whatever the transmission, whatever interference happened, just completely wrecked the transmission, so you can't get anything from it.
Does that sound like the same kind of thing that happens when I use my jammers?
Yeah, it is actually the same kind of thing that does happen with the jammer. It corrupts the stream. You have also heard this happen if you activate two of your bugs within close proximity to each other. They're supposed to be frequency agile and not interfere with one another. But you have had occasions where one of them doesn't quite get to the right place, and when they collide, they just intermux and destroy one another's signals.
Okay, so
it could be either of those.
So either he's jamming it, or somebody else has bugged his room. So was I able to learn anything from the players at the table?
They mostly had their attention on the game. Chayli was very chatty, but her ideas of interesting topics of conversation are, to be honest, rather vapid. You got a very good idea of how proud she is of her husband's career as a consulting detective. And she says, he solved so many cases. But, after I came into money, the inheritance, of course, he doesn't have to work anymore. He gets to take just the cases that he wants to, and not all of the sordid following people's lovers around, that kind of thing.
Well, that does sound tiresome.
Bortai talked a lot of smack at everybody, which definitely got Ringill's goat, but apparently didn't rattle him enough to play badly. Rosso was mostly just casting sour glances at Urshikan, who returned them with that same self-satisfied smirk. Let's see. Moshe had just the greatest time watching those two snipe at each other. Ringill almost entirely refused to rise to his bait, and he'd get a jab in. Cashin was almost completely silent the entire time. She didn't say much of anything. And Bazen was herself. She was gregarious, and she actually traded quips quite a bit with Chayli. They seemed to get along very well.
So were the plus ones generally there as well watching, or elsewhere?
They drifted in and out. Chai-Jin was there the entire time at the bar, getting his head start on the martinis. Mm-hmm. Blue is wandering around the ship, seemingly at random, touching things. Mm-hmm. He's even managed to slip into the crew-only areas and had to be ushered out politely, but firmly. It didn't seem to mind.
Now,
let's see.
Now the crew-only stations have spritzer bottles handy.
Right. Katerin was not in evidence. She stayed apparently in hers and Urshikan's quarters. Let's see, who else did we have?
Troitska
and Banke. And Banke was in the gambling hall the entire time, kind of looking like he was restraining himself from looking over Bortai's shoulder all the time. Every time he kind of got close, Darcy shot him a look like, no, get back. You're not supposed to be able to see the cards or the dice or whatever. And Troitska was back in her room. Bazen said that she was doing some writing.
Oh, Troitska's female?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Before the concert starts, Dinah's going to head over to Rosa's room. Ran into Demetriou. Knock.
Rosa answers the door and raises her eyebrows. Oh, Dinah, please, pleasure to have you here. What can I do for you?
Sorry for the intrusion. Just wanted to say no hard feelings, and I was sad to see you go so quickly.
Well, it is what it is. I was hoping that this would turn my fortunes somewhat, but I don't have very high hopes, particularly with Bortai and Srini in play. Although if we happen to come up with a game that is pure luck, perhaps things could turn around for me, but...
Well, you'll be happy to know that Bortai did leave pretty soon after you. It was
that's something, I suppose.
Just motioning me at the end. He won by a good bit, but I was surprised that lasted as long as I did.
Very well done. Congratulations. I'm sure it was a hard-won victory on his part.
I'm not sure how much talent I have for it, but I do enjoy playing.
Oh, well, good luck in the rest of it. I suppose if someone else has to win it, I would prefer it be you rather than Ringil or that Bortai fellow. I suppose he's not entirely without his charms, but I don't find him particularly amusing myself.
Well, he does have nice hair. I'll give him that.
Oh, I suppose. If you like that sort.
Yeah.
I find him a bit too flashy myself.
Well, that is true. A little flash now and then can't hurt too much. It looked like you knew Urshikon before. Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
But not to pry or anything.
Oh, I'm perfectly happy to talk about that rat. My last assignment as a member of His Majesty's government was Legate of Asalin, cleaning up his messes. I'm pleased to say that at least I was the one who got him stripped of rank and exiled, but he seems to have landed on his feet anyway. Daddy's money. Not that I'm one to talk. But he got his revenge on me. I can't prove it, of course, but I'm fairly certain that he's the one who arranged for someone to discover misappropriated funds in my accounts. I had nothing to do with it. I was entirely framed up for that, but ever since then, no one trusts me. I can't get another position. I have to rely on whatever benefits confer upon me from my estates and my proxy, but unfortunately that is not enough.
Well, I'm sure someone as talented and young and if you're going to be pretty as you,
Oh, you're very kind.
You'll get ahead.
Oh, I do hope to turn some fortune eventually. It's not easy, however. I've been struggling to maintain the lifestyle. I might have to downgrade. If it weren't for that coming across blue, I would probably be living a much lower life by this time.
I'm glad that you and Baloo are working together and making it the best of things.
Yes, it certainly has been interesting. Not where I expected to be at this time in my life. But I suppose...
Yes, if everything went the way we planned, it wouldn't be a lot of fun or very surprising.
Oh, I suppose.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. Just wanted to make sure you were doing okay. You did seem, maybe not upset, but a little distraught when you left. Wanted to make sure you were...
Disappointed.
You were okay, yes. Okay, well, I'll see you at the concert, I hope.
Yes, I will be there.
All right. Excellent. I'll see you before too long. Thanks. And I'll take my leave.
All right. Dinner is a show, not only with Bazen and Troitska's music, but also the teppanyaki chef. And we move into day 2 of the tourney. So you seat yourselves at the table, same order as before. And Darcy says, well, congratulations to Mr. Srinivasan for your victory yesterday. Today's buy-in is 1,000 credits, and I hope you're limbered up because today the game is Rook's Hand. This requires a gambling plus dexterity roll.
Ah, interesting.
So let's get those rolls going.
2 dice.
Cashing.
2 dice.
2 dice. Gambling plus dexterity.
Not as good.
A 2. Rosa comes in with a 0. Urshikon with a -1. Grumbling over that. Moshe. 8 again. Kashin. hard for anybody to beat Moshi.
Moshi's got that magic touch.
And Chile. A 2. So Ringil is eliminated first this time. Oh, whoops, I forgot Bortai.
Maybe he was permanently eliminated or something there. All right.
6.
Hey, Bortai, making an account for himself.
I didn't roll for Bazen either. There's a lot of gamblers here. Fortunately, I don't have to do this very much anymore because we've got an event coming up that will obviate it. Oh, Bazen is eliminated first. So the last turn falls. Ringil is looking... He's sweating profusely. I mean, he's just looking really, really distraught. But it falls down, and Bazen doesn't quite make whatever grab that she needed to make, and she's eliminated. She's like, so close, so close. And Ringil leans back in his chair, heaves a big sigh, and blood spurts from his mouth. And he starts convulsing and topples over and just foaming blood from his mouth. And everybody is all, what's happening? What's happening?
Pit boss, can we get a ruling over here?
Everyone, please remain calm. We'll find out what's going on shortly. Please step away from the man. Don't touch him. Captain, we've got a situation here.
Okay, I want to grab my kit and run and scan him.
All right. So your portable kit shows that he has suffered massive hemorrhaging in his lungs mostly, and a little bit down his esophagus. It looks like something has eaten away at his soft tissues there.
Okay. So if I can hook him up to a breathing machine.
Oh, he is quite dead.
Oh. What?
He drank a gallon of acid.
Okay. Well, that's not good. Okay. Then I motioned to Kazanov to get security, and we need to go into shutdown of the forum.
Chajin, as soon as it's is going down, he's like, by God, this man's been murdered.
It appears so. Well, we don't know that for sure. We know he's dead, but we don't know what's going on here. So.
He looks around, and he's clearly taking inventory of everybody who's present. Let's see, Troitska is not in the room. Neither is Katerin. Everybody else is still present, however. It says, well...
Even Blue?
Blue is here at the moment also. So what you going to do? Security has come in and has secured the room, so nobody else is going to come in or out until you tell them to do otherwise.
Okay, so we need to go have somebody get those last 2 members who are missing. Okay.
So you send some crew to get Troitska and Katerin. And when they come in, Troitska is just, shocked and it looks a little bit frightened. At least you think she looks frightened. It's hard to tell on that wolf face. Kazana will be able to interpret it properly. Katerin comes in, looks at her associate, boss or lover or whatever, with kind of a dispassionate face, and she grabs that dagger at her waist and just squeezes the hilt. She doesn't draw it. She just puts her hand on it and squeezes the hilt.
Okay.
Moshe looks consternated and surprisingly a little bit disappointed. Nobody can read Kashin's face. Chile is having vapors. Bortai is just looking at the corpse and saying, man. Is the tourney still on?
Yes, but it's paused for the moment.
Pause. Well, I suppose we got plenty of time before we get to Jewel. Do what you got to do. Does his part of the pot just get distributed out amongst the rest of us?
I don't think it's appropriate to talk about that right now.
Inappropriate. Right. You should find out what happened first. Of course, yeah.
Well, tournaments I've been in before, his share of the pot goes to the family.
Family, huh? Does he have family? How much?
I'm sure they can figure that out later. Let's let the doctors do their thing.
A guy like that probably got a will.
So we'll find out that it's not something contagious.
All right, so with your portable scanner, you can't quite tell what may have killed him, but if you get him back to the med bay, you'll be able to do an actual autopsy.
Right. Then I want to have them bring a stretcher and, like, kind of in as much contained way as possible take him.
This is a high-tech ship, so they've probably got some way of deploying like a containment cocoon or something of that sort.
They just use one of the luggage cart.
Well, it's one way to do it.
I prefer someone use a different car for my bags when we disembark, please. No offense. All right, so Ursha Khan's remains have been removed to the med bay. Are you going to go with them and perform that autopsy, or did you want to stay here and talk to anybody first?
I went to do that. And I leave Kazana in charge, but I need to get the medical information.
Okay. So, Kazana, do you have anything in particular that you want to do or ask these people?
I mean, I mostly want to keep people calm. I do want to ask who's accompanying Blue. Blue is with
Rosa.
Baronet. Yeah, Rosa Demetrio.
Rosa. Yeah, I want to ask. I heard something about a enhanced sense of smell. If there was some substance used for this, is it possible that Blue might be able to help with the investigation?
Possibly Blue. Blue, dear, do you smell anything unusual? And Blue makes some gestures and then goes over and kind of wanders around the Space Canine Corps. Kind of wanders around the blood, apparently sniffing it, and then makes some more gestures. And she says, well, yes, he does detect something unusual. He's not entirely certain what it is, but it might be. It says that it smells familiar, but is too strong, whatever that means.
Well, thank you very much for your help. We'll have to wait for the services of our doctor and captain to continue. In the meantime...
Yes, do you need us all to stay here?
I look at the security crew that are still around. What level of surveillance do we have on the ship? Not very much, right?
Not very much built into the ship. You just got all the stuff that Dinah has deployed.
Do we have
There are some security cameras in the most critical areas, the main bridge and the engineering section. But other than that, it's pretty loose.
Do we have enough crew to cover each door if people head back to their cabins?
Yes. You'll have to take some people off of rest, but for a few hours, you could certainly have enough crew to still operate the ship and have enough people to guard all the doors.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, I think, at least until the autopsy's done. If people want to go back to their cabins, I can't very well go against their wishes. Is the crew in on Dinah or no?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay, well, then she has to go back into her quarters as well.
Yeah. Yeah, except for our pit boss friend who knew me from before.
Right. Darcy and Grimu both would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of the new crew, no.
Yeah, Dinah actually left the ship for a week or so while the new people were getting hired on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they wouldn't accidentally give away that they recognize her or something.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I want to send people back to their cabins, then keep the area secure and clean, but not clean up what's there and wait for the autopsy to be finished.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Chai-Jin would prefer to stay here, and he wants to investigate. He wants to look for clues. I'd like to stay here and see what I can find if there's anything to be found in here, if that's all right with you.
If you want to investigate, you'll have to go through Captain Sir Kevin first.
All right. I'll do that. And so he goes over to the intercom. And Kevin, you're just starting your autopsy when you get a call from Chai-Jin. Captain, I wonder, your head steward said that I might be able to poke around and take a look at the crime scene, see what I might find. Just to let you know, I am a consulting detective. This is what I do as my job. Would you permit me to look around?
Yes, with accompaniment.
That's fine. That's perfect, in fact. Another set of eyes is always very, very handy. All right, so you're performing the autopsy. You do your scans, and you find that indeed there's a lot of damage mostly to the lungs, and you eventually manage to isolate it to a substance that you're familiar with. It's a antimicrobial agent that is sometimes prescribed for treating exotic infections from planets that aren't well explored. It's kind of like a general antibiotic, antifungal kind of thing. It is also used in extremely small quantities in life support systems for the same purpose. But the quantities that you found in Ringill's system are way, way above either medical or life support dosages.
Gotcha. Then I want to have the scene checked for all the scan the drinks in the area for more of it to see if it came from anybody's soda pop.
All right. So you head back to the gambling hall, and you find Chajin is examining the place in detail. And he says, Captain, good. It's good to see you. I have found something already that you might be interested in. It appears that there is someone who is spying on the people on this ship. I have found a microtransmitter here up underneath the table. There is someone who has bugged this room.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Have you discovered the cause of death yet?
Yes, it was well, actually, I internally have an anime moment where I think before I say this, and time slows. But so this is a medical treatment, and it's like a electrical something you use in ship maintenance, right?
In life support systems for sanitizing.
Oh, okay. So it's like Cydex.
So it's kind of like drinking bleach. Is that the analog? Or like chlorine?
Gargly hand sanitizer.
It's more like drinking an acid that eats organic material.
Imagine if there was a variety of flesh-eating bacteria that only worked on microbes, but in very large quantities would attack anything. It's essentially that.
I really thought we were about to be in that scene from the Alien movie, the original one. I was very concerned.
Fortunately not.
Check, please.
So life support systems or medical. Is this something that you carry in your pharmacy?
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe you might want to take an inventory, see if any is missing.
Yes, we will do that. I have somebody do that for me. Or maybe I do it myself to be safe.
You are the chief medic in addition to captain.
But also, did we find, by scanning the drinks, did we find anybody up his drink having it?
Scanning the drinks, that's a very good idea. So you scan all of the glasses at the table, and you don't find any traces. And you scan the bottles behind the bar, and you don't find any traces there either.
Interesting. Okay. Well, now we're having a security guy watch all the food, but we are giving him some sort of food because this is probably taking a while. Trying to keep everybody as comfortable as possible. But yes.
That's a very good idea. You don't want a general riot on your hands from people getting hungry.
Exactly. And I'm going to check the inventory bin. There's a lot of lightning nearby in real life, so if I just disappear, that's the power going out.
All right. So you check the inventory in your pharmacy, and you find out that, in fact, there is a quantity of that drug missing. Have you permitted Shajin to come with you?
Yes.
He kind of wants to follow along. Okay. He says, well, then someone has perhaps pilfered your supplies. There's also the possibility of the life support system, you said, but if we've already found the missing material here in the pharmacy, maybe we don't need to check that, but it's always good to be thorough.
Oh, yes, let's check that. But I also discreetly want to get to a computer, and if this is possible, check to see if the digital copy of the book of my sequel draft has been read at all by my fan girl.
Let's see, she got that at the reception, so it's been 2 days. a day and a half. So yes, she has opened it and read the first couple of chapters.
Okay, gotcha. Can I tell if she's like highlighted stuff, like any other signs that she's actually reading it? So my thought process is she was one of the people who was potentially going to try to be in the med bay by herself when she had wanted me to go off to get my book. So I'm kind of checking verify she's read it.
Since you weren't expecting to need that kind of data, you didn't have any kind of metric set up. But now that you do, you could possibly set something up, maybe with Dinah's assistance, with her some of her advanced surveillance gear, to see if she continues to read.
Well, I don't think I need to. I just needed to know if she did.
Yeah, she did open the file and spent a couple hours with it, and you could see her progress, like her Kindle progress.
Okay. Did she retweet anything?
Well, no, you're in Jump, so she doesn't have access to a general network, so
gotcha.
Not yet.
Got you. Also, I think like the space tweets, like if they're going to send a data, does it sit in a little bank on her ship that I could access, where I could see people's queued up messages, or is that not quite how it works?
Yeah, sure. That seems reasonable.
Okay.
So you want to check hers?
Yes.
Right. So she has composed a letter to some of her family back on Aramis, gushing about how she met you, and she's hoping to get a physical copy of My Life on Fire and have you sign it.
Okay. Well, that makes my heart rest better. I had a horrible, horrible feeling that my biggest fan was not actually a fan.
That was what you were afraid of, not that your biggest fan is a murderer.
Yes. And I guess also I would like to have somebody review the other outgoing messages. Like, skim them, look for anything suspicious. Like, hey, I just killed someone. Need a ride.
All right. So the other outgoing messages, Bazen has a little bit of business that she sent back to Michael Jane Promotions on Regina. Just kind of reporting on the status of the tour, and a notification to the next port of call, which is Lyson, letting them know that she's arriving on a different ship than expected. So that'll broadcast as soon as you jump in. So they'll be expecting the Gambit. Blue has not arranged for any messages that you can tell. Neither has Bortai. He seems to be completely focused on the tournament itself. Chaijin and Chele, they have some correspondence with somebody on Lyson that's going to be set to transmit, but it appears to be mostly pleasantries and, hey, we're going to be in the area. Would you like to meet up for drinks? That kind of thing. Cashin Thon, absolutely no outgoing data at all from her. Of course, Katerin is in Urshikan's suite. And other than the message to her parents, nothing else from her. But Urshikan himself has a large amount of encrypted data set to transmit. With the gear and the time that you have on hand, you can't break that. Maybe Dinah could. Srini, no outgoing data from him. Rosa has a request. It's encrypted, but with your just the ship's computer, you manage to decrypt it fairly easily. She has a message requesting money from somebody. Mbanke, no outgoing data from him or from Troitska.
Okay. Gotcha.
We could ask people to tell us about any encrypted transmissions, like as a good faith sign of participating in the investigation.
I look at him and go, that sounds like the most square thing I've ever heard. I mean, it's got potential. That's
Kazan is a straight shooter.
It would get more information. We could do that. And
right.
Just for recovering, who was it who died?
Ringil Urshikan, the guy who's sending the large amount of encrypted data.
Oh, okay.
The guy that everybody hates, apparently.
Okay, our war general fellow. And in particular, we know that, what was the guy who got all mad at him? Mishu was really mad at him?
Yeah, Chaijin Davis got very mad at him. He was the one that actually threatened him.
Oh, okay.
Now, he hated Moshe, and Moshe likes to tweak his nose. Shaijin said that he was hitting on his wife, Shale, and threatened to throw him out the airlock. Vortai, I think I remember him not liking him very much either. Rosa Dimitriou knew him and didn't like him at all and suspects him of framing her. And he may have also done the same to me, Dinah.
Okay. Who do we know would dislike him, but hasn't shown like a real rage or anything? Because I feel like someone murdering in this particular way would not make a big show about it. Because if was the husband, I would expect more of a dramatic, less, more of the moment murder.
Yeah, Kashin and Vortai. Kashin, for sure, she hasn't shown anything at all.
Oh, yeah, and Brian, I guess this is a question for our fellow investigators. You don't have to tell us who did it.
Yeah.
We should.
So Ringil
is this conversation... Is any of this conversation in Chaijin's hearing? Are you keeping him in the loop?
I think we stepped away when we talked about Chaijin himself. But now we'll let him back. I look at Dana. Any objections? Just doesn't seem like this is something he would have done. He's obviously our best suspect, but it just doesn't work out to me.
The detective is the one that said he was hitting on his wife, right? The one who's currently investigating for us? Okay. Could have been him involved, I'm not sure. Although if I were the devious type, I would probably behave a little more like Kashin, not saying much to anybody, trying to stay out of it. And the only person that I believe was in the infirmary yesterday was Katerin. His own assistant, friend, lover, whatever, may have something against him too.
Yes, that's true. I've checked her communication and there's nothing suspicious, but obviously if they planned this murder, they would make it not suspicious. Also, did we just give away that Dinah was working with us? Or
no, because I imagine that you could arrange things that Chaijin didn't pick up on that. If you could maybe
because she's a lawyer and he's a detective, we're kind of getting our experts involved.
Yeah,
that
makes sense. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, she understands motive, the legal process, all that kind of thing. She's not an investigator per se, but she has worked with a lot of them.
Right. Okay. Cool. So we haven't blown Dana's cover. That's my concern. Okay. Well,
so the singer Bazen and her wolf friend are here kind of by accident. It seems very unlikely that it would be those two. We can't rule anybody out officially, even Detective Shaijin here or myself.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Troitska wouldn't sell us out. I'm confident.
Sorry, say that again.
Yes, you knew her. That's right.
Yeah, I'm confident that Troitska wouldn't ruin things for us like that.
Okay.
Now, Rosa had a beef with Urshikon. Can't get anything out of Blue. Don't understand enough about even his sign language thing to know what is going on. But I don't know what Hybers can do.
Right. So he's an unknown factor.
Blue could have been the murder weapon. I don't know enough about what those aliens are and what their capabilities are.
If I hadn't found the chemical missing from the med bay, I'd say he could have produced it, perhaps. But
right.
Since we had enough.
But yeah, Blue is the one that helped identify that there was a chemical out of balance, so it's a check mark in Blue's favor.
So as is, if we could find the method of transmission and if there is any of the medicine left where it is, that could give us some major help.
If Blue smelled the chemical, could Blue smell it on somebody else? Whoever had recently handled it?
Presumably. Oh, so and also he was showing like his lungs were eaten up in his esophagus. So if we would expect his stomach if it was food. So how could he have got this then? This medicine, would it typically be in like a liquid form?
Yeah, it would.
Okay. What color is it?
Orange.
Orange. Okay. This Mountain Dew code orange.
Octarine.
Octarine.
Do we know how long it would take? Does this have a 5-hour incubation?
I think for that I would need Kevin to make a medic roll.
I was just going to say I probably need to roll for that to figure that out. Okay, that would be intelligence or my education?
I think this would be education. And given that it's a really unusual kind of vector, I'm going to make it a 4D. And also just to give you the bare chance of being unsuccessful. Because anything less than that is auto success for you.
Okay. Here we go.
You might have an insight that would help. Or intuition, I mean.
Oh.
My gosh, you managed to roll high.
I would like to be more curious about this.
Okay. Make a curiosity roll. 8. All right, so your medical education and experience doesn't give you any idea of how long it would take, but based on the rate at which it's continuing to eat away at him, you think that it couldn't have happened at the table. It had to have occurred sometime before the tournament, the day's event started.
Oh, okay.
Did he come straight from his quarters?
You'll have to ask some people to find out.
So that is our new mission now, is when...
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I know... Can I make a rough guess at how long, like, it would be ludicrous that he had the exposure?
Yeah, I think you could probably narrow it down to it had to have been within 2 days.
Oh, I was really hoping for, like, a couple hours.
To narrow it down to a particular time window, you're going to have to do some other kind of investigating, I think.
So I estimate the time of death sometime between yesterday and tomorrow.
Okay, so we need to create a timetable for everything he did in the past 2 days, 48 hours. That would be a good name for a space show, wouldn't it? Okay, then how are we going to find all this information then? Because
You need a volunteer who'll drink some.
I see, because I presume, we can't track where people are in the ship. We don't have chips or something that tracks people.
Nope.
Okay, can we track?
That would make a mystery scenario way too easy.
Guys, Batman's hiding in the closet. Okay.
The fact that Dinah has put listening devices in every room made it really difficult for me to come up with a mystery that would work.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. We blame it on Dinah, space her, take her money.
She did have motive. Maybe.
It's true. Okay.
She doesn't remember it.
If it was Jace, I would consider it, but thankfully Jace has been piloting this whole time in peace.
Yeah, no, if I were clever, I would be like, blame it on Dinah, lock her in the brig, wait for the killer to strike again, and then that's when you pull out the twist. We didn't space her.
Oh, that is such a good idea, but we don't want people to die again.
No, that's the problem, isn't it?
If we did,
Especially if it's one of us.
if we did throw her in the brig, if we discovered it through the process of it, obviously I'm saying this while the husband's not there, the detective.
Yeah, I've been assuming that he's not present for the scene.
Okay, yes.
because otherwise he'd have things to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. So we could discover it. We do already have the cameras. We could lead. We could arrest her, and then that could draw them out. But we could start. We don't have to immediately go to that, but we could do that. I think that could work.
Well, I can head back to my room, go through the recordings that come to me in burst transmissions, and at least find out a timetable of which voices were in which rooms at what time.
Exactly.
Did
Anything we
anybody
can,
else go to visit him besides Katerin last night?
right. That sounds good. Anything you do that, and let's see. I suppose we'll just start checking with Katerin.
Yeah, and it's a good idea to search the room. The bug in that room was getting static, which could mean there's jamming equipment at play, or it could mean that there is a second bug in the room.
Oh, we need some.
I can't go with you, of course, as an uninvolved passenger, but the bug that I put was in the sitting room, and I'll tell them where it was. So
Gotcha.
remove that one before the detective goes in, or while you're both there, and then he might find another one. He might find some jamming. Might find traces of the chemical. We don't know.
Let's see, Mike. The crew all knows who Dana is, right? That's
No,
No.
not the hired crew. Just us and the two who have been with us for a while.
like
Darcy and Grisha, or what was that name? Grimu. Yeah.
Is Grimu my military buddy?
No, he was the smuggler that gave you the ship.
Okay, gotcha. Then I'll hold off on bringing him in, and yeah, we'll get rid of that. We'll get that bug out of there. I guess we'll have to investigate it ourselves here.
Right, so you're going to go to Ursha Khan's room to speak with Katerin and examine the room. That's correct?
Right.
And are you taking Chai-Jin along with you?
This is a good idea. No, I think we're going to leave him for this one, just because it has another passenger.
Okay. So you tap on the door, and Katerin opens it, and she's looking stoic and a little furtive. Her eyes dart. She says, I figured you'd be coming to see me.
Oh, yeah, this is the business call. Yeah, we just needed to find out from you where he was in the past 2 days.
The past 2 days. Well, I guess going backward, obviously he died in the gambling hall. We went there directly from here, or he did. I stayed behind. I assume he went directly there. He left just a few minutes before it was supposed to start. He was here all night after dinner last night. After dinner, he came here, and then he was here, of course, all night until the previous night. Then there was dinner, then the concert, and then the tourney. And let's see, he came back here after he was eliminated, but that was when it was almost over. And then before that, he was here all night. And then there was the reception. He came back late for the reception. It was a little bit after it ended, but not as late as I understand some of the others did. Before that, he was at the reception, of course. And before that, we were both here, settling in after our business. Before that was when we were out on Alel going. I think that's probably as far back as we need to go, right? Do you need to know what we were doing on Alel?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, in the past 2 days, the gaps of time where he was apart from you, you did not have eyes on him, were during the reception and after?
Yeah, during the reception and afterward, and then when he was gambling, because I don't care.
Okay. Gotcha. Kazana, do you have any questions for her?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, I want to have my security guys, politely search the room. While if we can kind of retcon that we did this, we kind of took her out in the hall and had them search it.
Okay. She says, look, I know you have to suspect me because I have access to the room and I didn't like him, but I tell you, I didn't do it. I mean, if I was going to kill him, it would be with this. And she pulls the knife out.
Oh, I believe you. It's a respectable, straight way to do it. But
shoves the knife back in the sheath. Okay, so then the crew, since they're on the lookout for it specifically, they do manage to find not just one, but 3 more bugs besides Dinah's. There's one in the sitting room, one in each of the bedrooms, and they also find right above the door. There's a sensor that indicates whether or not the door is open.
Oh, and that's not our factory one.
And using the same scanner that you used in the gambling hall, they find traces of the poison in a cigar that was apparently smoked at some point.
Oh, I look towards the camera and go, smoking does kill.
We found our smoking gun.
4 out of 5 doctors agree.
Well, I take the cigarette, but don't smoke it. I mean the cigar. And
very wise, since it killed somebody, apparently.
I'll take it back and do more scanning. But that
never inhaled.
The sensor that lets them know if the door is open. They let them know if the door is open or if someone is in there.
It senses whenever the door opens and closes.
Okay. And is it the type that would remotely give this information, or it would just be like okay?
It's a wireless transmission.
I was just envisioning this big green or red light. I was like,
subtle.
And you're on the air.
It's microscopic, so you can't see it, but it emits a really bright light whenever it activates. It's required by law. If it's recording, it has to have a red light on it.
Yeah, people are so used to it, though. Just look like stars. Okay. Well, we want to see if we can get any recording information off of these bugs, or if they, including Dinah's, but I don't. Are they the type that record, or are they the type that broadcast somewhere else? Like Dinah's would not be viable. We wouldn't get a clear version of her muffled stuff.
They're similar to Dinah's in operation, where they record for a little while and then send out a short burst transmission and clear their memory at the time that they transmit. So whatever's happened in the last couple of hours maybe still be on there.
Oh, well, we'll have those analyzed and just see if she says, "Oh, I successfully murdered somebody."
Aha, I've gotten away with it.
Yes. Yeah, we'll check it for
maniacal laughter and monologuing.
Yeah.
And if that's not installed with this option factory, then we'll go ahead and pay for the extra and get it on as well.
Okay, so we'll have that. We'll check that out, and then we'll bid her adieu and let her go back to. Wait, why is she allowed to be in a room? I thought we had everybody locked in the. I guess we don't.
That is her room.
Oh no, I thought we had everybody locked in the gambling.
Oh no, Kazana allowed the crew to escort them back to their own quarters.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna.
Except for Chatty Jean, who wanted to stay behind.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I retconned to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then I get with my crew, or my mates here with Dana, and I'll get and the detective. We'll get together and I'll present this information and say, we found 3 more listening devices. Are they all are Dinah's and those different models, or they kind of run of the mill? You couldn't really tell.
They are different models, and they're visibly distinct from one another.
2 different models, or Like, is there 4 different models here?
Just 2. The 3 others are all the same. Dinah's is different.
Okay, then I guess we
So
do want to.
I thought we might have had 3 different people each putting a bug in besides Dana as well. But no, one person put 3 in. Okay.
I don't hate myself that much. This is complicated enough already.
And does the door sensor have a log on it or a memory so we can find all the times the door was open?
I'm going to say no. That's an instantaneous transmit.
Okay.
You have no idea of whether or not whatever receives that signal records, obviously.
Yeah. Is there a way to tell how long it has been in operation? When was it first turned on or put into the room?
That's an interesting question. Does anyone among you have electronics?
I may have it at a very low level. Let me see. I do. I have it at 1.
All right. Make it a 3D electronics roll, please.
Is that possible?
Could Jack of Trades assist with this?
Good roll. No, Jack of Trades cannot be used to assist.
If I roll like all 1s.
If you take your time and spend like 2 hours on this project, then you can reduce the difficulty by 1 die.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we have that many other alternatives, right?
Right.
Wait, could I use my insight to possibly reduce it further or give myself a bonus?
Tell you what, make the roll, and if you fail, you can use insight for like a second chance.
To cover the gap.
Wow.
Hey, look at that.
Awesome.
All right, so
Wow, a 1 and a 2.
The question was how long they'd been in operation. Rather than try and calculate how long they've been in operation, I will tell you when they started operating. Gotta find that in the timeline.
Mm-hmm. And while he was doing that, I wanted to take the bugs and see if I could figure out the frequency that they transmit at.
Okay. So they were placed during the period of time when Urshikan and Zhuan were off the ship in Alel.
Okay.
And then you were looking for information about the frequency they transmit on?
Yeah.
Like your bugs, they are frequency agile, and they shift occasionally to fool bug sweepers. But they are capable of transmitting on the same frequency as yours occasionally.
Okay. Can I tell what the last frequency was that they used?
I'll say since Kazana got such a good roll on her electronics roll, yes, you can determine that. However, that frequency doesn't match the last frequency on yours, but it looks like it probably has transmitted once or twice since you received your interference. So they could still be the culprit.
Okay. Do our ships does the ship have internal sensors or just external?
Just external.
Oh, okay.
With enough rejiggering, you can get some of them to look at the interior of the ship, but they're not configured that way currently.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to take the bug I keep in my pocket and tune it to that frequency that matches them and listen to the bug and verify that I'm getting static.
Okay, well, you'll have to wait for a while for it to transmit again because it works the same way as yours does, where it does a burst, and you don't have control of it.
Well, right. I'm turning my bug to the same frequency and listening to my bug now that I'm in the same room with them and on the same frequency that they used the last time to see if I'm getting static now, like I expect.
That's what I'm saying is they're not currently transmitting. So no, you're not getting any interference.
Oh, okay. All right.
They work the same way as yours do. They just send out a burst every few hours.
Okay. So
for a couple seconds.
Our bugs just happened to burst at the same time.
Right.
The other day then. Okay. I was hoping I could use this bug to turn it into a bug detector and wander from room to room to find out where the receiver is. Okay.
Well, you do obviously have your bug sweeping tech also.
Yes.
But it doesn't detect receivers because that's not how receivers work.
True.
Yeah, that would defeat the point. Oh, no, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be useful, but yeah.
Okay, so I could find the bugs, but we've already found those. Then it wouldn't hurt to, I guess, sweep the room with the scanner to see if there's one or two that security didn't find.
All right. Let me double check to see if she did leave more behind.
She?
Oops. Dadgummit. I just eliminated 2 suspects.
Wait, explain. I missed this.
What? It could have
I
been
didn't
blue.
say anything.
My psychic powers just went off and told me. But at what cost?
You do detect one other bit of tech in there. The crew missed the tracking devices in all of his belt buckles.
Okay. I will let Sir Dr. Captain know that there might also be one in the autopsy or in the infirmary right now, based on whatever belt buckle he was wearing this morning.
And these transmitters don't have audio capabilities. They are just locators.
Oh, okay.
So why would there be one in my... How would that help anybody?
Because the corpse is there.
I thought it might have been audio and somebody would have been listening to the autopsy, but no.
That would have been smart on my part, but I did not put audio on them.
Oh, okay. So we will check that. So someone was tracking him.
So somebody knew when the door would open and somebody knew where he was. And it seems that the other bugs and tech were placed while they were on Alel off the ship.
I feel I should point out, since it's probably not obvious, he does have his personal computing gear here. So there may be information on his systems.
Oh, then we're going to check that. And we may just need to confiscate everybody's computers and check all of them.
Well, we'll probably need Cateron's assistance to get into his electronic equipment. Assuming there's passwords or some other kind of thing to get in.
Oh, that's an odd point. Well,
but we also have another question for her, which is where did the cigars come from? Did they bring them with them? Did they buy them on Alel? Did they get them from our own commissary?
So are you going back to ask her these questions?
Not Dinah. That seems like a question for the captain and security. Not random passenger gambler number 7.
Yeah, I'm going to ask that.
So you tap on the door again and she opens it. She, again, has that haunted expression on her face. She says, I really didn't do it. I really didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't.
No, I believe you, but we're just trying to figure out. It looks like someone set up the kill while you were out, while he was out planet side.
Okay. So what does that mean?
So it was his cigar that was poisoned, and we want to know where that came from.
Well, that's his personal supply. He brings a few with him when he travels, and they're pretty expensive to get off world, so he usually stocks up when we're on Alel, so he's got a whole case of them.
Okay. Does he keep them under lock and key?
No, they're not something that he thought anybody would be interested in stealing.
Okay. What was another question we wanted to ask her?
You wanted access to his personal computer.
Oh, yes. We'd like access to his personal computer.
Oh, she bites her lower lip, looking really nervous. Okay, you're from Aramis, but one of the other passengers is from Alel, right?
Right.
Okay, can you, just between us, can you keep this secret? I mean, for a fan?
Sure.
Yeah, I do have access to his computer. I'm not supposed to. If you find anything on there about me personally, can you keep it to yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trusting you. From our shared heritage, I'm trusting you, okay?
Of course.
So she goes to the computer and she shows you the password, and it unlocks the system.
Okay.
right, so there is quite a lot of data. Is there anything in particular that you want to search for?
Like cigar receipts.
Okay, that's a really good question here.
And she's kind of hovering behind you and kind of pacing back and forth nervously, biting her fingernail.
Well, I guess recently modified files and like anything that's been modified lately in the past 2 days.
Or recently deleted.
Oh yeah, I mean I'll check his recycle bin.
All right, well, we are at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to think about that for a month until we come back next time.
Okay, just don't accidentally tell us who did it.
I can guarantee that I won't.
Oh, I feel like that was a clue. Just gave it away.
Well, I'll be really surprised if we find out I did it.
Thanks for listening. This has been Hard Traveling Geeks, presented by Geek at Arms. As always, you can find more actual play experiences and episodes of the Geek at Arms podcast at geekatarms.com.